Today is a dream realized from years past. The white dress, the wedding cake, the promise of a love that lasts. Today is the beginning of a journey that Suki and Mark now share. The vow to love, honor, and cherish, now seen in the rings they wear. Let me share with you this story. It all began with a tap on the shoulder. Mark had just arrived in Singapore, alone. Suki was out with the girls when she ran into her cousin Manpreet. Not having seen each other for ages, they squealed and they hugged and they wanted to take a picture. This they did, with the help of the cute stranger near them. But then she did call, and after some time, they planned to meet the evening before Mark flew back to Switzerland. It all went very well until mid-evening, when Mark suddenly reached over and rearranged Suki's cutlery, gently telling her that when one is done eating, the knife and fork should be placed together like this. Suki did not know how to react because in truth, she was not done eating. Suki was really glad that she had decided to meet him before he left. But all Mark had to say to that was, just try not to get yourself arranged with anyone before you're back, please. And so, Mark flew off and they embarked on a long-distance relationship. But not even the 6,396 miles between Switzerland and Singapore could wane their affection for each other. They spent many months exchanging letters and gifts to each other. Among these was a 7-page handwritten letter from Mark to Suki, presents from Suki to Mark, he approved of the choice of wrapping paper, a bouquet of red roses to Suki for Valentine's, and a card addressed to Suki's Mr. Know-It-All, and also Suki's favorite Swiss chocolates from Mark. During this time, back in Zurich, Mark had a barbecue with his friends. Despite the short time that they had known each other, Mark already felt strongly for Suki, and it was during this barbecue that he felt moved to express his feelings to his friends, a gesture that was in itself significant. I can imagine spending the rest of my life with her. I know it's too early to tell, but it somehow feels right. Suki was going to travel with her friends to Rome en route to her sister's wedding in the UK, but in the end, the plans did not fall through. And so, Mark, determined that she should still see Italy, started planning a trip of their own. Apprehensive at first, Suki went along with it, and was happy that she did. And so it was in Venice that Suki first got to see Mark in his element and experienced many firsts, including going to the opera. When you're traveling with someone you're getting to know, there's bound to be some surprises along the way. Some surprises may make the relationship, while others may break. It was on this trip that Mark first discovered that it sometimes takes a little nudge for Suki to try new things. But she always does end up having fun after all. In turn, Suki discovered that Mark was always willing to go the distance when it came to looking out for her. On their last stay in Venice, they went up to the company lane. It was a bittersweet moment for the couple. Luckily for them, the long-distance relationship did not have to go on for very long, as Mark's work opened up a chance for him to move to Singapore and find out if the relationship truly had a chance. Here then, Destiny had her fingers in the game. The move, however, did not go as smoothly as they had hoped. A new environment for Mark proved challenging for the couple, and the relationship was tested by the interaction of two different cultures. Nevertheless, over time, they acquired a better feel for each other, and once they had managed the cultural notions and stereotypes they had of each other, they realized that they shared many common values. Slowly, they learned to align their understanding of each other and strengthen their mutual trust. They celebrated their first anniversary with a drive down the Great Ocean Road where Mark lost his passport. Alone on the plane back home, Suki realized how much he meant to her and how dreadful it would be if something more detrimental stood in the way of their being together. Equipped with a new passport, they started to fill new pages with fresh memories on trips which started from Bali, where their thirst for adventure led them to a dangerous encounter with vicious monkeys in the Ubud monkey forest. But this didn't stop them from exploring more, although they did decide to avoid forests for a while and venture into the seas. They thought the seas would be safer, but even small fish looked threatening through the magnified lenses of a snorkel mask. Eventually, their wanderlust took them to Suki's cultural roots, en route to Sonam's wedding. After vicious monkeys and schools of fish, the aura of the holy cows was a calm respite for the couple. Christmas at Rainak was an eye-opener for Suki, who was intrigued by a culture so different from hers. She enjoyed the complete openness of Mark's family and felt warmed by the generous hospitality. For someone who had only experienced Christmas in the form of Christmas shopping mall sales, it was a real treat for Suki to experience firsthand just how Christmas is really supposed to feel, look, taste and smell. She also tried many fasts and was finally convinced to go skiing, but let's just say that she enjoyed making snow angels more. Now it was time for Mark to meet Suki's parents. In contrast to Christmas in Rainak, Mark's meeting with Suki's parents for the first time was really nerve-wracking. Mostly for Suki though. But Suki's parents took great care to welcome Mark into their home and did everything they could to make the foreign guest feel at ease. Mark was served home-cooked Indian food, and Suki's parents were delightedly surprised that Mark took to spicy foods so well. After being included in each other's families, it was easier for the couple to be open about their relationship and live it more freely, which helped the couple envision a life together. Hence, it came to pass. The day Mark was due to fly to Switzerland to be the best man for Julian's wedding, Mark asked himself what he was still waiting for. Obviously, that did not happen. But it was not official until Mark had asked Suki's father for her hand in marriage. This he did, 3 weeks later when he returned from Switzerland. They had a man-to-man talk and Suki's father was more than happy to give his blessing. As part of the wedding exchange, Mark was fully prepared to trade 20 camels, or cows, but was slightly disappointed when he found out that he did not have to trade even a single camel. And for those of you wondering, yes, Mark did go down on one knee to seal the deal. One moonlit evening, after a private waltz session, Mark asked Suki to dance in the middle of a well-beaten path they always walked on the way home. After a few rounds of dancing and a lot of toe-stepping, he suddenly went down on one knee, ring and all, and said, and of course, she said yes. And now, here we all are today to celebrate Suki's and Mark's love with a night of dancing and feasting.